Well, over the past few weeks and months that we've had the alternative investor, we've learned that, investors have long been spending money on, baseball cards and collectible cards and various vintage collectible items. But now all of that is moving on to the digital space in the form of non-fungible tokens or NFTs. And to be able to understand what those things are and why they're driving the markets right now, we're joined by Buddy Sadakaran, who is the co-founder of Valor. Buddy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
So, before we get into NFTs, let's talk about the crypto space. What do you make of the developments thus far, your assessment?
Yeah, so if you look at the crypto space right now, overall market cap of all cryptocurrencies currently stands at about $1.9 trillion. If you compare that to a year ago, it was only about $200 billion, which is a 10x increase in market cap value. Out of the $1.9 trillion, 55% of it is made up of Bitcoin, which stands at around just over $1 trillion in market cap. That also is about a 10x increase in just about a year. So Bitcoin has become one of the best performing assets in the world right now. So there are a couple of things that are fueling it. There's a massive interest, both in terms of institutions as well as retail market in the crypto space. As you know, Tesla put in $1.5 billion of their balance sheet into Bitcoin. So that's literally they're converting their US dollars, which is their reserve asset, into Bitcoin. So that shows their belief that Bitcoin is a better store of value than US dollars. So since then, there have been other big companies, even traditional players like MassMutual have started dabbling in cryptocurrencies investments and things like that. We at Valor.com, locally in South Africa, are also seeing an increase in institutional and retail interest in Bitcoin or other crypto assets.
You were talking about institutions. Where are we right now when it comes to the adoption or the openness of central banks around cryptocurrencies?
Excellent question. So the conversations have been very positive across the globe. There have been positive accommodative regulations that are coming up. We are very fortunate here. We are working closely with the South African regulators in creating a framework for regulating crypto asset service providers like ourselves, Valor.com. So far, it has been very positive. And we welcome regulation because that gives a sense of comfort both to consumers as well as the government and the central banks. There have been countries like Russia and China who have in the past taken a stance to ban cryptocurrencies, but they are also changing their tune and creating frameworks for regulating cryptocurrencies because it's in their best interest and in the best interest of the consumers. So we in South Africa are very fortunate to have regulators who have a positive stance towards cryptocurrencies. Any day now, we will probably see these regulations come into play. The regulators here have proposed 2 white papers for public comment in the past, and so that's coming along nicely.
So, let's talk about NFTs. What were your initial thoughts on them, and what do you think is the groundbreaking element in these things?
So NFTs, NFT stands for Non-fungible Token. So that more or less means that it's unique and it cannot be replaced with something else. For example, a 100 Rand note is what we call fungible, which means that you can replace 100 Rand note with another 100 Rand note, and it still has the same value. But compare that to Mona Lisa painting. There's only one of it, and it cannot be replaced with anything else. So the Mona Lisa painting is non-fungible. So these examples are from the physical world. So the groundbreaking aspect of NFTs, which is non-fungible tokens, is bringing the non-fungibility into the digital world. So let's say if I'm a digital artist, so I create a digital artwork. So instead of sending that many copies to my friends, I create my digital artwork and register onto a blockchain as a non-fungible token. Not only that, I also register my ownership onto the blockchain. And then we can verifiably prove that I am the owner of that digital artwork. So, and if someone comes to the marketplace of the NFT and looks at that artwork and he thinks there's value in it, so the buyer buys that NFT from me, and on the blockchain, the ownership is transferred over to the buyer, and from then on, it's registered on the blockchain, which is immutable. That particular digital artwork belongs to the new owner. So that wasn't really possible in the past. So that's the groundbreaking aspect of it. In the digital world, when you take a picture with your phone and send it out to friends, now you have many copies of it. It's very difficult to prove that you are the one who took it, because everything is just a copy. It's as good as the other one. But with NFT, once you've registered it on the blockchain, even though there are many copies of it, you can verifiably prove that you are the owner, and if there is enough interest in that particular NFT, people could be spending thousands of dollars to buy that NFT. So that, I think, what has caused the fueling of the NFT hype, because lately we've seen an artist called Beeple, who created a digital artwork, sold it as an NFT on an auction by a traditional auction house, the Christie's, and it was sold for $69 million. Not only that, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, he sold his first tweet as an NFT for $3 million. So that's fueling the hype of NFT. Many people think it's a bubble that will die, but maybe they're right. But the time will tell. We as a crypto exchange, we are closely watching the space. We currently don't have any plans in providing that as a service to our customers, but we're closely watching just as any other crypto exchange in the world.
Right, Buddy, thank you so much for your time. We definitely want to have you guys back on the show, because I'm curious to know where NFTs are going, and also the interest around NFTs and how that is affecting exchanges, and perhaps even the tie-in going forward. But thank you so much for your time. That is Buddy Sudhakaran, who is the co-founder of Vela. That's it from me. For now, I'm going to throw over to my colleague, Mbongeni Mutwa, who is standing by for the labor force. Do enjoy.